And there's only one Taryn Tarver. Give it up for him.
Come on, let me hear you guys. Let me hear it. If you love Taryn water, I love Taryn water. Let me hear it again. Kangen. 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 Woo! Give it up. I'm pretty excited. If anybody knows, you guys know, there's never a dull moment when I'm around, so I don't know anything about low energy. I try to take it down, but it just comes back up. Real quickly, before I even do anything housekeeping, there's a few of these going around for the t-shirts. So these are awesome opportunity shirts. So if you haven't got your shirt, in the back, raise your hand. He's back there with his hand raised right there. He's gonna be the one you can get the shirts from. So here's the gray ones too. You can order the gray ones because we only have white today, and we also have the white ones. So these are awesome opportunity shirts, and we want to make sure that you guys have them because people take pictures of them all the time. When I was at Global, people were stopping to take the pictures, and they're calling in. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the system call. I'm going to tell you who I am, and I'm going to tell you how I got to where I am in Enagic and how exciting my journey has been. Okay, so first of all, I'm Taryn Tarver Walker. And TNT, everybody calls me TNT, Taryn Tarver. I was born to a father and mother who have a very athletic family. They left us a huge legacy to follow some footsteps. My dad was in the NFL when I was born, and I have 5 brothers. I'm the only girl out of 5 brothers. So at the age of 6 years old, I started running track, among other sports. At the age of 7, I started modeling for Nike, and it opened up a lot of opportunities. I got to be Miss Oregon and do some fun things. I am a mother of 5 children. I have a daughter that's 23, and I have 3 adult kids down to 2 little ones. And I'm telling you, it's been pretty amazing. I have a health and wellness center where I help people lose a pound a day with no exercise. I've helped people lose 134 pounds in 4 months, and their skin is tight. I lost it over 7 years ago. I've kept it off, and people are reversing health issues. So this goes right along with my purpose and my destiny and what I do. Okay, so like you guys are like me, like many times I got to my 6A status, I was really excited, but let me tell you how I got there. I always say to people, you know where you've been, but you don't know where you're going. Right? You can think you're on top one day. Well, I was married to this guy. We owned an international shoe company. The company did $333 million the first 3 years and different things. Well, one day I had stopped doing all my work and all the stuff I was doing to be a stay-at-home mom, and I got a text message that said he didn't want to be a husband and father anymore. Oh. And I owed $10,000 a month on bills. Now he's out the country 4 or 5 months out the year. So, their lawyers worked everything out where there was no money all of a sudden. So I had purchased this system when Omar Ramirez and Jay Johnson came to my house years ago. And my friends were over. The coach of the Mets' daughter was there. My other friend, he's an Olympic track runner. We're sitting there. I have what you call it. We live in a 6,000 square foot loft, and there's cars and all the stuff, but whatever people think are it, Well, guess what? My life changed when I got that text message. And it went from reality check. Now I have 5 children. I need to figure out how I'm going to pay my bills. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm praying, God, please give me a sign. What do I do? And I have 2 boys at the time that are age 1 and 2 years old. My ex-husband got us kicked out of our nice big old house, and I ended up opening a little health and wellness center, but it was only 600 square feet, and there was no hot running water, and I'm having to warm up in the microwave water to bathe my 2 little boys. It got really real. While the courts are doing their thing, I have to figure out how to make a living. So one day, I'm trying to say, how am I going to keep my kids in private school? What am I going to do? Oh my goodness. And I'm praying, saying, do I move, God? What do I do? I get home, and in my mailbox are 5 Enagic thank you checks. And the light bulb went off for me. I forgot. I had purchased the system for my health. I loved it. I needed it for my family. We drank it every day. But at this point in time, I needed this system for my wealth. I needed it to change my zip code. I needed it to keep my kids in school. The bills were piling up. Christmas is happening. Everything is happening. And it's all on me to figure out, am I going to sink or am I going to swim? And that day, my life changed. And one of the awesome things is, I have referred, this company is full of integrity. I have referred tons of people. And at this status, like my guy that was above me, he just signed him up underneath me. Usually if you're connected to a great person, that's what they do. I referred him to him. He signed him up underneath me because I did the referral. And guess who I ended up getting as part of those people on my team? This guy right here. He is one of the people that helped feed my family when everything was going down. And he had no idea that he was one of them. And so three of those 5 checks were coming from this man right here, who's on my team. This team is so awesome, and I've never met a company of such integrity. I buckled down, I got serious, I started getting to demos like this, I started plugging in immediately, and I'm telling you, I made a lot of zeros the next month. I was able to transform everything in my entire life. We didn't have things like the system calls now, where you can plug into the system call, and guess what? Now somebody can hear about a full-fledged, demo over the phone, and they can know if they're interested and go watch it live. They didn't have the webinars. They didn't have all the things that we have now, the major trainings, but I was getting people to these demos. I was doing whatever I needed to do, and they were purchasing the system. My faith was trumping their doubt. I believed in the system so much. There's so much information, and there's so many testimonies, and people were getting the system. They had talked to other people, but they hadn't talked to somebody with the passion that I had behind this business, behind the system that we have, behind all the testimonies, behind all the things that you've seen. So when I get in front of them, I'm like, he's the closer, but I became the closer because I understood what they needed by listening. And in that month, it was amazing. I ended up hitting 6A, and I got my $3,000 bonus from the company. I remember being at the Queen Mary and watching people walk across the stage say, is that real? Are they really handing out money? Is that really real? And I was like, yeah, right, But that next year, it was me walking across the stage, and I had it in my hand, and I was excited, and 3 people on my team had the same type of excitement. So it was so exciting to me to see what I was able to do. But then guess what happened? I hit 6A, and then I kind of just did nothing for a while. It's like I had this mindset, and I had the wrong mindset. 6A 2-3 and building teams was where I should have been, because that was where the real life-changing experiences come within this company. They award you something that's going to pay your children's children, and it's amazing. So I sitting there, and all of a sudden, Mickey Way and Eli and my girl Annabelle, we're all family. Carmen, Grace, we are so connected. They got me on the training. Hey, we want you to train to be a speaker. Okay. And then I had no idea. But it changed my life. I hadn't transitioned from the SD501 to the K8. I didn't understand what the K8 system really was. I didn't understand how a real mechanism of action worked. I didn't understand how to give you a 1-minute story. I didn't understand how to present it in 5 minutes and break it down so well where people were like, I gotta have this. And they drilled it in me. I mean, Annabelle is one of the best teachers you can have. She is so awesome. She'll keep it real. She'll tell you the truth. I'm telling you, she's there. And none of these system calls be happening when Carmen and Grace were in place. These girls hold it together. And Mickey Wade, I'm telling you, they changed my life. And immediately I started getting my people just by social media on my calls, just by posting it. And then all of a sudden I had a team break out in Oregon like crazy. It was so amazing. I mean, they started doing the trifecta, and I'm processing 12 and 15 applications because they're using the system calls. I learned my system so well that no one could tell me anything. And then from there, it was sky's the limit. It has transformed and changed my entire life. So I'm telling you, when I was once living in that little store, didn't know my business would go nationwide, didn't know those kids that I was wondering could they make it through high school are now through college on scholarships. My daughter works for Horizon. I got the car that I want. I'm able to travel. I'm able to take care of my family. My little boys is a thing of the past. They talk about it as a testimony. So God answered my prayers in this company, and the system calls have changed my life. So you don't know where you've been, but you don't only know where you're going. You don't know where you're going, but you know where you've been. And I knew that I had invested in something so great. So stay plugged in, stay connected. You can do it. And I did it. You can do it too. God bless you. If you know you want a shirt, let me just say, raise your hands real quick. You're getting a shirt. Okay. Make sure at the break that you definitely, so raise your hand so they can see you. Okay. Oh, okay. Good. You see myself, see one of us. We're going to make sure, fill out your application. There. And if you need anything else on there, we'll make sure we send it to you, ship it to you if we don't have it. Thank you, guys.
Woo! Give it up for I'm over here, right? All right. The next speaker that I'm going to be bringing up, he has a phenomenal story. He's a good friend of mine. And he's got a heart of gold. I mean, this man wanted to get involved with this because his mom, there was some problem with his mom, and I remember him telling me that, and I said, you're going to do very well, because it's not even about you. It's about how you're going to help somebody else. And I just appreciate him so much. He's a 6A. He recently hit 6A because of these calls, and you know what that means. And he's just a great man, and he did some acting. I'm not going to take his thunder away, but what kind of energy are we still giving? Awesome. All right, cool. Because we're not going to give you lunch if you don't have that energy, right? And I have my boy right here. He could do some damage, right? All right, without further ado, his name is Augustine Rodriguez. Come on up!